guys, it's Friday. I've taken the kids to school. What time is it? It's 9:30. And I'm going to do the Friday girl. So I'm really going to make an effort to plan my Trello today and do some calendar blocking. Basically, what Trello is an app where you can make your to-do list, and it's cloud-based, so you can update it on your phone, update it on your iPad, update it on your computer, and you can see what you need to do and manage projects. Obviously I am a small business of one, but I like to use it for managing my home life and my business. And I'm quite a forgetful person, but I do have a lot of ideas, so I like to use it as a brain dump. So I put everything that I need to do down, then I can organize important tasks, and so I find it really useful. I will show you a little bit of it a bit later, but yeah, I really like Trello for helping me stay organized, because my mind is like jumbled. It's the mind of a creative. Maybe not every creative is a jumbled mind, but my mind is jumbled, and I do need a bit of organization. And I was writing things down in notebooks before, but I found that, you know, as I moved around the house and moved around the day, I'm not taking my notepad with me. I just have this small handbag with me because I like to have my hands free dealing with the kids, and it just wasn't practical to have a notebook, and I would just leave the notebook around and never open it. So even though I like journals and I use them for other things, for like long-term goals, I don't do things like to-do lists in that, because I find I've always got my phone or I'm always on my computer, so it's much easier for me to manage my to-do list that way. And calendar blocking, calendar, I can't say calendar. Calendar blocking, I basically use that to kind of plan the day and let me know, okay, you need to change tasks, because I am a magpie, and if I see something bright and shiny or a new thing, I will just go full steam ahead and waste time. Not waste time, but just do that task for hours on end. Okay, so this is how I use my Trello to help me with my day. Okay, so I have just made up a temporary to-do list. I have several and different kinds of boards set up on my Trello, but I thought I would just show you a fresh one and just kind of how you could start your own. So I like to have mine set up as to do, doing and done. And so I like to list things in the left-hand column of ideas or things that I need to get done in the coming weeks or in the week, and then as I do them, I drag them over to the doing box. For example, I can go and add a checklist to my print and cut Patreon Rewards task and add and remove things as I see fit. I find it really useful in terms of managing my projects, because I do have lots of ideas, and sometimes I do forget that I had an idea and I want to actually do it, and definitely that task probably requires a few things to get it actually actioned. I have a family list separate, but you can add them all if you just like to have all your to-do lists in one place. With my husband, I share a board which is called shopping, so when he's out or I'm out, we know if there's any kind of things that are missing from our cupboards, and whoever's out will get that item and they can just cross it off from the checklist. As the day or week goes on, you move your items across into which list that they belong into. So for example, I've packed orders today, then I'm going to drag it on into the done list, and it's quite satisfying because you can see, you know, once your week's ended, you can see that you've checked off quite a few things in your list, and it does give that satisfying feeling. It has lots of great features. There are many YouTube videos which discuss Trello in more detail, This is how I like to use Trello for my business and personal life. You can make these boards as detailed and extravagant as you want, and in terms of list making. So you can have this app across all your devices and it will sync because it's cloud based. So you don't need to worry about, oh, I've forgotten my book at home. What am I meant to be doing on my to-do list? You're always going to have your phone with you, so you're never going to forget. So here is my calendar blocking system that I have, and I just use Google Calendar. What I've got on the screen here is just basically another template. It's not how my week is set up currently, but this is just an example. This is a new system to me, and I have been researching for many years on how to be more a productive person. And a lot of the time, a lot of the experts were saying that they use calendar blocking, and I've been using it for about 2 to 3 months, and I do find it really helps me. This is just a rough start to how I use calendar blocking and how I kind of fit it in with my personal life and my art business. You should always start off with blocking out things that you can't change. And I know it says sleep on there and that sounds crazy, but actually it's really important to block out sleep, because as a creative, most of the time we hardly get any sleep. It's great to block out your sleep just so you know how much you need to get, when to actually go to bed. It sounds crazy, but creative people will work all night if you let them. So I always block out things that I cannot change in the day, and I really want to improve my sleeping, so I have blocked out a good chunk of my day with sleep. That's important. I've recently started making improvements, so I added that to my calendar and I won't change that. I have to take the kids to school, so that is also in my calendar that I don't change, and when I have to pick them up. So those things are non-negotiable and they're always in my calendar. Then I will block out times during the day for working, and it's very important that you block out tasks and set realistic times for each task. So whether you can do a task in an hour, fine, set a task for an hour. If you're going to do some painting and you know it's going to take 2 to 3 hours, realistically set a time. Don't put an hour for painting and then you run over 3 hours. It doesn't make sense. And also, using a calendar in this way, you can kind of learn as the weeks go on, actually the time I'm setting for tasks is not working out, and it kind of shows you how you need to work on time management. And the way my Google Calendar works is that it's synced to my phone and my computer, so I will get notifications just to let me know that I need to change tasks, because if I don't, I will carry on a task for the whole day and get sidetracked. So it's good for me to have a little notification to say, look, Cassie, it's time to move on. And I like to kind of plan my whole week a little bit like that. I mean, things are subject to change, of course they are. That is why you can move things around and work with it, but it is definitely a good system for me. It has been a good system for me to kind of be more productive and be more mindful of what I'm doing and when I need to do it. If you're contemplating the idea of calendar blocking and seeing how it could work for you, definitely check out some more videos on YouTube. There's people talking about it in more detail, explaining the science behind it, so definitely check it out. And I would recommend, if you're someone who isn't great at organising themselves, you find that you just get lost in one task, or you do way too many, try calendar blocking. If you feel like you can't get your sleep in, enough time to do this and that, try calendar blocking. I definitely recommend it. Let me know in the comments if you already use this system, or you're thinking it's a good idea and it might work for you. Let me know. It's currently Monday and the kids are home from school, and all attempts at trying to have somewhat of a normal scheduled day has gone right out the window. So it's probably like about 12 o'clock in the afternoon. We've just had a basic lie-in. and I think now I'm going to draw the Monday girl, and then that's just my computer coming up, and then we'll see what the rest of the day has in store for me. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching this little mini vlog. I hope you enjoyed watching and you found some of this information useful. Please note that I am not sponsored by any of these apps. I just really like using them, and I like sharing information that will help others make their lives easier, as well as drawings. Let me know in the comments if you think you might try some of these apps out, or even if you have these apps already and how useful or not useful you think they are. And I shall see you next week for another vlog.